Omar Marino leads off in right field. Ken Oberkfell batting second and third. Dale Murphy hitting third in center field. Bob Horner at first base bats fourth. The fifth hitter and playing left field, he had a big night last night, Ken Griffey. Andres Thomas, the rookie shortstop, bats sixth. Ozzie Virgil behind the plate hit seventh. The hero of the second game, the star of the game, Glenn Hubbard, bats eighth at second base. He knocked in 4 runs in the nightcap, 3 with a bases loaded double. And pitching and batting ninth will be Rick Mahler, who's been down and up and down in this season. Mahler 10-9, but an ERA of 5.07, and he's had his troubles against the Mets. He's 0-1 this year, and lifetime 2-6. He's lost his last 5 decisions against New York. The umpires today. Calling the balls and strikes will be the crew chief, Billy Williams. At first base, Joe West. At second base, Frank Pulley. And at third base will be the rookie umpire, Larry Poncino. So the lineups have been set, and the umpires. And we can check the defense for you. Griffey, Murphy, and Omar Marino playing right field. And the infield, now that Hubbard is back at second base, you have Ken Oberkfell at third, Andres Thomas at short, Glenn Hubbard at second, then Bob Horner at first. The catcher, Ozzie Virgil, and Rick Mahler will do the chucking in this Sunday game. Then the Braves move on for a very important 3-game series in Houston, San Francisco, and San Diego. And then those ball clubs, the Astros, Giants, and Padres, will come calling here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. The Braves have moved out of last place. They're in 5th. We mentioned 8 games out and 7 back on the loss side. It is at best today a sweltering humid day, very overcast, and there is certainly a threat of rain in the air. Lenny Dykstra, who has hit about 500 against the Braves this year, leads off. He's been a terrific leadoff man for the Mets, one of the best in all of baseball. He leads off against Mahler, and leading off the broadcast, well, once again, here's Skip.
Okay, John, thank you. Dykstra hitting at .335. Phillies got a run in the first. They lead Houston 1-0, which is good news for Atlanta fans. We're underway. Mahler's fastball high and away. Lifetime, Rick, is 2-6 against the Mets, 0-1 this year. And there's a strike on the inside edge. It's 1-1. We're just underway from Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. 25,000 or so have gathered here. Hubbard has had a busy series, and he's handled everything hit his way. 1 out. Dykstra is retired. Wally Backman will stand there. Backman hitting at .336 on the year. No homers. He's driven in 18 runs. You saw Dykstra .486 against the Braves coming in, so every time you get him out, you consider yourself fortunate. Backman having the year of his life. He's always been a tough little player, but not this kind of hitter. .275 lifetime average. Sitting 60 points above that. 1 ball, no strikes. No TV tomorrow as the Braves play in Houston. Two balls, no strike. And don't call TBS. Please don't call TBS and complain. They have nothing to do with it. It's a network exclusive, and the network pays a pretty penny for that. But 2-0. Off-speed pitch. He was out in front. It's 2-1. We will televise at 8:35 Tuesday and Wednesday from Houston. The 2-1 pitch. Backman waits. Started a bunt, took it high. It's 3-1. Oberkfell plays him in on the grass anyway. 3 balls and a strike. Right through there, 3-2. Giants and Pirates underway, scoreless after an inning in Pittsburgh. Headed for right field. That's through, base hit. And the big Mets contingent makes some noise. Backman at first, 1 out. Here's Keith Hernandez, who had a long night last night. Till his last time at bat, he was 0 for 7, then hit a prodigious 2-run homer. For Mailer, he has pitched 147 and 2/3 innings now, and he's given up 178 hits. That is a bunch. That July earned run average. Yep. Upstairs, 1-0. Backman, an aggressive base runner. You have to keep your eye on him. He has 8 stolen bases. Rick Mailer cannot pitch well when he's behind hitters. In his prime, Bob Gibson could, though he seldom did. Same with Steve Carlton, because they had overpowering stuff. Mailer does not. He's a spot pitcher. 2-0 is the count on a tough hitter here. Keith Hernandez. Gary Carter is next. Oh, 3-0. So Mailer is in first inning trouble. The 3-0 to Hernandez. Will they turn him loose? No. 3-1. This Cliff Speck is an interesting story. He's been at it for 13 years. He pitched against Dale Murphy in high school out in the Portland, Oregon area. And I guess he'll always have a job in baseball. Chuck Tanner was telling me that, throw to first, runner back, that his wife and mother-in-law are the owners of the Rochester Red Wings of the International League. Close play. Backman may have been about to do some running. He got back all right. Ted Simmons hard at work down in the bullpen with a rake. They really got that thing fixed up. He has a contest he wants us to tell you about. We'll do that probably in the bottom half of this inning. It's such an awe-inspiring thing that it takes us a little time to get ready.
And there he is. He really is raking the bullpen area.
He put him on there. There are 2 on with 1 out. Here's Carter. Virgil and Mailer talk it over. Carter at 244, but he has 16 homers and 70 RBI. The threat of rain is omnipresent.
Yes, and imminent. It's going to happen, too.
Possibly so. Bachman leads from second, Hernandez from first. There's a fly ball left field, not too deep, twisting into foul territory, I think. Griffey makes the play, just foul, 2 down. Carter just missed it. He hit it off the end of the bat. 2 out. But here's Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry at 283, 14 homers. He's driven in 53 runs. College football right around the corner on TBS. 3 weeks away or so. Doing a nighttime game of the week, SEC games. Pete Van Wieren will be doing Big Ten football. The pitch upstairs, 1-0.
They open those schools in August, no?
No, they don't open the schools.
Oh.
Business. The 1-0 pitch. 2-0. So again, Mailer is behind. Kevin Mitchell is on deck. He is flirting with danger here in the top of the first. Strawberry out of the batter's box. He's hit Mailer very well, as you see. Took a shot at left field. Andres Thomas is playing almost behind second base. And Strawberry just tried to guide one between Oberkfell and Thomas. You see where Andres is positioned. The 2-1 pitch. Low and inside, 3-1. Kevin Mitchell is next.
Mailer behind the mound, thinking of his next pitch, and he really has kind of a decision to make. Does he aim for the corner or in on the hands of Strawberry? Because if he throws it over the plate, Strawberry might hit a 3-run home run.
You can't give in to this guy. You got to make him hit a good pitch or walk him, and then take your chances with the next guy. The 3-1. He bounced it up there, and the bases are loaded. His second walk, his 66th of the year. So the bases are full of Mets. Mitchell hitting .328, 7 homers, 24 runs batted in. So he's no joke up there. He looks like a linebacker. He's put together.
He's just bursting out of that uniform. Those are muscles. He has some build.
A lot of us burst out of uniforms, but not quite like that.
Depends what area.
Bases loaded, 2 out. He needs to get ahead with a strike, but he can't take anything off here. Off the wide. Popped him up with a breaking ball. Hubbard calls for it. And the Braves are out of the inning. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 3 left. He threw him a curveball and got away with it. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. Mets failed to score. Braves coming to bat.
Intended solely for the entertainment of our audience, any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game in whole or in part, without the express written consent of the Braves and the Turner Broadcasting System, is prohibited. In effect, it is a no-no.
Niet. We go to the second inning. The lower end of the order, Ray Knight, Rafael Santana, and Rick Aguilera will be the first 3 for the Mets. Ray having a fine year. Lined into left field. Griffey comes on and shoestrings it. 1 out. He didn't get a real good jump on that ball, but he made the play. 1 away. The end of 2. The Astros have tied the Phils 1-1.
The ball looked like it was going to go a lot further. Griffey took a step back, then had to come in to make the catch.
Santana hitting .177. Whatever happened to the musical group named Santana? They were good. Where were they
I guess
from?
they haven't.
Brazil or?
I think South American. They haven't released a record in a while. I don't know.
0-1 the count. To the New York shortstop. Sharply hit. Andres Thomas on 2 hops. 2 quick outs here in the second. And Rick Aguilera, the batter, has 4 hits this year. 2 of them are homers.
The last time Mailer started, he had all kinds of problem in the first 2 innings. And then after that, he pitched very well. But the damage had been done today. Today. At least he got out of the first inning trouble, and he might pitch very well after that.
Aguilera, a right-hand hitter. After 3, the Pirates and Giants still scoreless. American League, Kansas City and Detroit scoreless after 2. Minnesota and New York scoreless after 2. Baltimore leads Chicago 1-0 after an inning. Upstairs to Rick Aguilera. He is hitting .174. Last year hit .278 with the Mets. A ball and a strike. Mailer pitched out of a bases loaded mess in the first. He's gotten the first 2 here in the second. And he's ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. There's a good look at the New York pitcher. Big Slow curve stayed high, 2-2. Radio only from Houston tomorrow. We'll be back with you Tuesday and Wednesday night. From inning over as Naylor records his first strikeout. So he gets him in order in the second. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. No score. It'll be the top of the order. Dykstra, Bachman, and Hernandez in the third inning. Dykstra bounced to second his first time. Chuck Tanner looks on. He was a little upset with himself. He had made a vow that he was not going to get thrown out of a game this year, but he said, if he hadn't thrown me out after what I said to him last night, he'd have been crazy. See the numbers on Len Dykstra. I wonder if you could pry Mookie Wilson loose from this club with Dykstra playing so well.
Well, I think teams are going to try this year, but you have to give up something. Frank Cashen has made some great trades.
He ran up the bunt, took a strike. The 1-1 pitch about to be made. John Sterling, Skip Carey with you from Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Line right center field. Nobody's going to get that ball all the way to the wall. Dykstra's around second. He's going to have to hold there as Murphy gets it in a hurry. A solid double for the Mets center fielder, is 18th of the year.
Now here's the pitch from Mailer. The key play is made by Dale Murphy. Dykstra has been poisoned. Murph in right center field fields it barehanded off the screen to stop Dykstra at second. If he takes a split second longer, Dykstra's on his way to third.
So the go-ahead run aboard with nobody out. The chant "Let's go Mets" begins to ring around certain sectors of the ballpark. Bachman started the bunt, took it high, 1 ball, no strikes. You know, the big crowd here on the brutally hot night last night, and it was a long night. I don't think there was a single incident.
No, not at all. Seemed that way.
The 1-0 pitch. Tried to bunt, bunted foul back. Trying to make Oberkfell field the ball at third base. The count evens 1-1. Dykstra at second, nobody out. Houston has now taken a 3-1 lead over the Phillies after 3. The first beach ball of the day makes an appearance. Mailer bluffs the runner back to second. The first beach ball of the day has been grabbed by an usher. The bunt is out in front of the plate. Mailer will have 1 play. That's the first. Hubbard covered, 1 out. It's a sacrifice. It goes 1-4. Runner at third, 1 out for Hernandez.
Wally Bachman's a very good bunter. He bunts it with a little bit of backspin on it. Of course, Dykstra's easily at third. Mailer had to fire that ball to Hubbard to retire Bachman. So the Mets can score on an out, and they've got a pretty good hitter up there named Keith Hernandez.
Infield comes in for Atlanta very early in the game, which indicates that Aguilera has been as tough down on the field as he has looked to have been from up here. Upstairs, 1-0. Dykstra at third, 1 away. Padres and Cardinals scoreless after 1. Dodgers got a run in the first at Chicago. Upstairs, 2-0. Gary Carter is on deck. Mailer's allowed 2 hits and 2 walks. We're in the third. Hernandez out of the box for a moment. Three and out. They're here from Auburndale, Florida. From Western Piedmont Community College in Morganton, North Carolina. From Emporia, Virginia. They turned him loose. 3-2. And he chased ball 4. Davey Johnson working on the sunflower seeds over there. Three and 1 is the count. My mistake. Now it's 3-2. Barring any programming changes, the sports page will be aired at 10 o'clock tonight with Nick Charles and Kevin Christopher here on TVN. And the payoff pitch to Hernandez about to be made. First and third, 1 out. For the second time in the game, Hernandez walks. The third surrendered by Mailer. There's the old saying, when you look for trouble, you normally find it. And Rick is looking for trouble here. Here's Gary Carter.
And this is not to denigrate Carter's 70 RBIs. Davey Johnson said something like this on the leadoff man on Friday night before the rainout. And Gary Carter really has a chance to drive in some runs. Backman and Dykstra are hitting in the 330s, and Hernandez is a tremendous hitter. So he's had some ducks on the pond ahead of him.
I'm amazed that Hernandez just has 42.
Yes, so is Davey.
They're on the corners, infield back. Fly ball foul, right side, into the seats, 0-1. Carter flied to left his first time. It was a foul ball by left foot. A ball and a strike. This crowd should get the Braves over the 1 million mark for the season. There's a drive, deep left field. Griffey on the track. It's gone. When you go looking for trouble, you normally find it. The Mets lead 3-0.
Mailer tried to get a fastball in on his hands, and he did not. See, the ball is too much over the plate, and Carter is able to turn on it, and he hits it out. A high fastball. Mailer wanted it right inside of his kitchen, right in on his hands, and he just didn't get it there.
17th home run he has surrendered this year. Darryl Strawberry is the batter. So Aguilera has a 3-0 lead. One ball, no strikes. Well, we came from behind against Gooden, came from behind against Fernandez. Now we have to try to do it against Rick Aguilera, who after a horrible start has been pitching very good baseball for the Mets. That ball is scorched to deep right center. It's 4-0. one for Strawberry. Kevin Mitchell is the batter.
Darryl Strawberry has such power. He hasn't even begun to realize his potential. It's a high curveball, and Strawberry hits it easily into the blue seats in deep right center field. He has unusual power.
Another high curve, 1-0. Activity will begin in the Atlanta bullpen. Two and 0. Cliff Speck, the newest Brave, getting ready to go to work. Fast strike, 2-1. Tried to stop his swing, could not, and it's 2-2. A double, a sacrifice, a walk, a 3-run homer, and a solo homer have made it 4-0. That's well hit, left center field. Back goes Murphy. It's 3 in a row for the Mets, and it's 5-0. Number 8 for Kevin Mitchell.
And the Mets playing long ball. Mailer's pitch, it's another high curve. Look how high that curveball is. And a curveball, when it's that high, kind of hangs on its break. The ever popular hanging curveball, and Mitchell deposited it in the left center field seats. And all 3 home runs have really been jolted.
This is like Iwo Jima. Big shells landing everywhere. Ray Knight. Fast strike. So Mailer's problems continue. That's now 19 home run balls, 3 in a row here. One hopper to third. He broke his bat. 2 out. Rafael Santana will be the batter. Santana bounced to short his first time. The Mets have erupted here in the third. Strike to Santana, 0-1. Mailer's problem, obviously, is location on his breaking ball. Up the middle, that might be trouble. Hubbard near the bag, has no play, infield hit. And the pitcher, Rick Aguilera, will be the 9th man to bat in the inning. And don't forget, he has 4 hits this year, 2 of them homers.
Once the ball bounces past the mound, it would be very tough for anyone to throw him out. Hubby is going the wrong way, so he doesn't throw the ball, and that's the right thing to do.
Aguilera struck out an inning ago. There's a strike, 0-1. 6 hits for the Mets on the afternoon, 5 in this inning. Curve is outside. It's 1-1. Well, what does this make? Rick's earned run average in the month of July. It's going to be 12 or 13. Foul back this way. Hung another curveball, and Aguilera just missed it. Santana leads away at first.
Whoops. Pretty good form in throwing the bat.
The 0-1 pitch. Swift deals low and away. It's 1-1. He did it again. This time toward the Mets dugout. What in the world is going on there? George Foster gets an assist.
And this time he really threw the bat. Takes the swing. The bat lands right near to the Mets dugout.
He pulled that one a little more. He's going to get the pine tar rag now.
You know, that is becoming an epidemic. It's not really very funny because we've seen bats broken this year in sale in the stands. And read something recently where, of course, we see Dale Murphy throw the bat a lot, but Dave Winfield in the Yanks supposed to be a chronic loser of the bat in the swing.
One and two, the count. He held on. It's still 1-2. Aguilera wants a new baseball. Mets would like to get the 5 innings in here. They are on an unstoppable roll toward the National League East. In fact, if you talk to people in their organization now, they're not cocky, but they're talking about this doesn't mean anything unless you win the playoffs. That's how far ahead they're looking.
Oh, there's no question. In fact, Davey Johnson said it on our leadoff man on Friday night.
Still 1-2.
In fact, he said if you don't win the playoffs and get into the World Series, then it would be just like finishing second. And he said he doesn't expect a letdown. He said because this ball club has finished second 2 years in a row, and before that was a last place team. So he said they're still hungry.
Bounced foul past third. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Bottom half of the third inning. Mets lead at 5-0. They did it on 3 straight homers by Carter, Strawberry, and Mitchell. Carter's with 2 men on. Two balls, 2 strikes. The top of the order, and Omar Moreno would be next. There are 2 out, however, here in the bottom of the third. Foul tipped. That got Billy Williams, the veteran home plate umpire, I think in the mask. Stays 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Somebody must have given out balloons here today. Hit to second. And Backman has it. Backman, Keith Hernandez, the first three against Rick Mahler. And standing in with a play-by-play story, here once again, John Sterling.
Okay, thank you, Skip. Mahler's still on the hill after being routed in that last inning. A 3-run home run by Carter, and then 2 straight solo jobs by Strawberry and Kevin Mitchell. It is 5-0 Mets. In the doubleheader yesterday, Dwight Gooden faced the minimum through 4 innings and had a 2-0 lead in the 5th, and the Braves rallied to win. The Braves are behind Sid Fernandez 3-0 in the 5th. Fernandez had faced the minimum over 4, so 2 games have some similarity to this. Dykstra takes it up high. No one has been tougher on the Braves this year than Lenny Dykstra, hitting at about 500 against him. And he also has hit with some power, too. The curveball for a strike, 1-1. Philadelphia scored a run, and they have gotten closer to Houston. The Astros lead at 3-2 at the end of 5. The fastball is upstairs, 2-1. Dykstra led off that 5-run rally with a long double to right center field. Last night he pinched hit a double over Ken Griffey's head in deep left field. He's a pretty good ball player. Not just a little ground ball singles hitter. He hits the ball hard. Now the count 3-1. This is a guy you do not want on base. He and Wally Backman, you've got to make them hit the ball. Now the count goes full. Backman on deck, then Keith Hernandez here in the 4th. The Mets lead at 5-0. Now the payoff. Struck him out with a good fastball.
Boy, right down the chute, belled high, but he missed it.
Wally Backman has singled and sacrificed. The Mets have so many commodities on their ball club. So many different components that have gelled together, but their offense really has been set up by Dykstra and Backman at the top of their order. And when he plays, Mookie Wilson. And of course, having Gooden, Fernandez, Ojeda, and Ron Darling doesn't hurt. 3-0 on Backman.
This kid pitching today has got off to a dreadful start this year, but lately has been pitching very, very good baseball for them, too.
Sure, and he's their number 5 starter. And Roger McDowell and Jesse Orosco in the bullpen. That's 7 pretty good pitchers. There's a strike. Glenn Hubbard makes the play 2-way. Now at 2 down, here is Keith Hernandez. Mahler has walked him twice. Rick has struck out 3 but walked 3 and has been hurt by the home run ball. Mets lead at 5-0. One 1-0 on the high outside fastball. And 2-0. Mahler tries to change speeds. He tries to put both his fastball and curve in tough spots to hit, but very often pitches from behind. And it's very tough for a guy who does not have overpowering speed to pitch from behind. There's a strike, 2-1. Well, when you do, the batter has the advantage because it can kind of zero in either on a particular pitch or in a particular zone. And if you can't throw it past him, why? It's a great advantage to be zeroed in on something somewhere. Three and one. Gary Carter on deck. That's ripped foul, so the count goes full 3-2. Houston begins today leading the Giants by a game and a half. The Padres and Reds by 6.5. The slow curve, line drive, base hit, center field. Mela threw a change, maybe a change curve, and Hernandez just stroked it up the middle, and that will bring up Gary Carter. Carter was up with 2 on and 1 out last inning. Mela trying to get a fastball in on the hands, did not. Left it a bit over the plate, and like all good pitchers, or rather good hitters, Carter can hit mistakes, and he had a 3-run home run. There's the newest Brave, Cliff Speck, warming up the Braves bullpen in right. The fastball misses outside, ball 1. The Mets lead the league in batting average, runs scored, RBIs, and home runs. Off the chest of Oberkfell. Thomas can make the play and does. It is 5-6-3. No runs on a hit. The Mets leave 1. And at the end of 3.5 innings of play, the Mets 5 and the Braves.
And your first issue will feature stories on 3 of the newest Braves. They're not the 3 newest anymore, but they are Ken Griffey, Doyle Alexander, and Jim Acker. To read about these players and all your favorite Braves, send $11.95 for the next 12 issues to Super Sports News. That's Post Office Box 89162, Atlanta, Georgia 30312. If you root for the Braves, you'll enjoy Super Sports News.
Skip, $11.95 for 12 big issues. Why? That's less than $1 an issue.
Kawabanga, Kimosabe.
Darryl Strawberry takes it up high, ball 1. Strawman hit one out his last time. Tried again, but fouled it off. 1-1. Mets lead at 5-0, top of the 5th. Skip Carey, John Sterling with you at the stadium. Ernie and Pete will be along in the bottom half of the inning. That's 2-1. One of our great Delta people who help fly us around the country, Susan Powell, bright and beautiful and everything, wants us to say hello to Dick and Ellen Richardson, friends of hers, great Braves fan. Ellen have been under the weather. We hope to see you out at the ballpark soon. That means you too, Susan. Slow curve is jolted to right center field. Strawberry can run, so Marino races over and boots the ball, and Strawberry will take second base on the error. Well, they're calling that a base hit. I can't believe they don't call it an error. They did call it an error as well. So it's a single and E9. And Strawberry at second base. There it is. Darryl with no one out. That is inside on Mitchell, who strides in toward the ball, so the count 2-0. And there it is, the fastball bearing in on Mitchell. curves high. While other Mets have good years, Darryl Strawberry hasn't even really begun to realize his potential. It sounds like such a cliche, but there are people who believe that he will one day hit 40 homers and steal 40 bases in the same year. I don't think that's been done. I don't think Bobby Bonds ever did 40 and 40. Or Willie Mays. I could be wrong. I don't think so. There goes Strawberry for third. He's thrown out. Well, Mitchell walks on a 3-0 pitch, and Strawberry, I don't know why he bothered to do that, but he got thrown out by a bunch.
Trying to make something happen, I guess, but the way Mailer is struggling, might be better off just to sit back and see what develops next. It is a walk for Mitchell.
That's the fourth walk given up by Rick, but one big out as Strawberry tried to steal third. Ray Knight is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. The Mets for late Tunas in struck quickly and suddenly for their 5 runs. A double, a walk, a 3-run home run by Carter, and 2 straight solo jobs by Strawberry and Mitchell. That's foul back. Murphy in center field, 2-away. Santana has an infield hit in 2 at-bats. There are 2-away in the Mets' 5th. Kevin Mitchell at first base. And a strike on the inside. Great catch off the screen. Fastball, missed 1 and 2. Well, they get the answers to you right away. The closest Bonds came, 43 steals and 39 home runs. Hal did that. Thank you, Hal. Hal Galima down in the truck where we keep him all the time. We don't let him out of the truck. 1 and 2 coming to Santana with 2 outs, top of the 5th. Well, one day I think Strawberry will do that when he has a real big year. Two and 2. Thing is, when a guy hits that many home runs, they really don't want him sacrificing his legs too much on the base pad. Remember, a couple of years ago, Murph stole 30, and since then he really hasn't tried to steal very much. Now the 2-2. The curveball bounces up there. The count goes full 3 and 2. The 2-out full count pitch. And is looped to right center field. A base hit. Mitchell, of course, running. Goes to third. He'll have to hold there. And Aguilera comes up again with runners at first and third and 2 outs. The Mets now have 9 hits and 4 walks in 5 innings against Malin. 13 men on base.
The unsuccessful stolen base attempt by Strawberry now becomes a significant play in the inning.
If the Braves rally in this game, and it looked doubtful yesterday in both games, if the Braves do rally in this game, though, that play by Strawberry could be important. If they don't rally, it won't be important at all. Two-way, Aguilera has struck out twice. As Skip said, though, he handles the bat very well. And there's a curve strike. And that's at first and third, 2 out. Another curveball, 1-1. Kevin Mitchell leads off third, and Rafael Santana off first. Fast strike, 1-2. Count goes to 2-2. Mailer throws a lot of pitches. That'll end the inning, and Mailer gets out of it unscathed. Ernie and Pete will come on over in the bottom half of the inning. Right now, at the end of 4.5 innings of play, it's 5-0